Hi everyone and welcome along to the 11th of December. We've had some really fantastic tutorials so far. Let's see what we've got today. Oh, we've got a little Scotty dog with a little present to deliver, and this is a little nod to all my time in Scotland this year, and I just thought it was a really perfect way to paint a rather sort of iconic image for Christmas. You see Scotty dogs got quite a lot of imagery around Christmas time. Anyway, it's a really fun one to paint, so grab your paints and let's get started. So for our little Scotty, we need to make sure we've got room for his head. So we'll start with a sort of torso shoulder about here, and then we just connect it back to a smaller little lumpy shape there. And I'm going to just come up the back of that and sort of create this sort of nose with a rather sort of prominent eyebrow and little tufty ears at the back there, and then this wonderful beard. I mean, you know, there are dogs with beards around here. Crumble would proclaim his to be the most pronounced and wonderful, but you know, he's got stiff competition from the Scotty dog. So down we come, and we're just going to have a very simple little paw, and then tufty all along the bottom, and then this leg is going to give us the back leg and more tuftiness, and then this curls right up into a tail. And we're going to give our Scotty dog a nice little tartan little jacket, and he's got a little present in his mouth. And that's going to be rather cute. So there's a bit to rub out here, so I will just do that and then we can get painting. Right, I've got a good mix of the brown and blue to make black, or as near to be, and then I've got some colours for the tartan, so I think I'll start with the tartan and begin with just my classic Scarlet. And although it's going on quite strong, it's not super dark. It's still got a little lightness to it. Because I want to be able to layer up on top of it and have things be seen. And actually, whilst we're here, we can use the same colour to paint our little present. So I'm just building up the body with brush strokes that sort of follow the texture and curve of the way the hair falls, the fur falls. You can get so much texture from a single colour with watercolour because there's so much light and shade. And I just drew a little eye. Because although on the face the hair's obviously a lot shorter, we can still get sort of directional brush strokes That looks pretty nice. So obviously the tartan has been drying whilst we've been doing that. So I just clean off my brush. There's a lot of colour on that brush hiding in there. That's why the kitchen paper is so good. And now for some stripes on the tartan. Now this is one of those moments where we're layering watercolour on a fairly strong painted base already. So I'm going to have to paint quite concentrated layers. There we go, that's not too bad. And it's so good to see what thin lines you can get with this size 0 brush. And the tartan, if you've got a family tartan, then you could do that. I don't have a family tartan, so I'm just kind of making it up as I go along. I'm turning this into a bit of a sort of folded back collar there. I quite like the idea of putting some gold into it as well, but I'm also, what I like with tartans is sometimes the more subtle changes of colour are quite effective. So I'm going to put in a bit of Alizarin Crimson. That looks good. And then once we've let that dry, we'll put some gold on. So I'm going to put just a little bit more blue into my, well, maybe a bit more brown. I just want to make it just a tiny bit more intensely dark so that I can then use it. Look at that, a really nice extra little low light. That's cool. Oh, I like that. And now let's try a last bit of gold on the tartan. I put it on the ribbon. I just don't know if it's going to show up, but I've put a little bit of yellow into it as well, the yellow paint, to just try and thicken it. Let's see. Oh, that's quite good. It's subtle, but it's there. I like it. I like it very much. And if I just take, it's a bit greeny. I just want to get a bit of a brown shadow so I can make the ribbon pop a bit more. And finally, if I take a little bit of that, just add some more water to it and maybe a bit of brown, we can put a little shadow down for our doggy. Sometimes just getting a bit of a shadow down on a piece really grounds it. So thank you so much, everyone. That is day 11 of the Advent calendar done, and I'm really enjoying myself. I hope you are too. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and you will see us tomorrow for the 12th of December. Bye!